A good Erev Shabbos, everybody, and a happy Shushan Purim. Who is still feeling it from yesterday, delivering Shalach Manos, a Suda. What a beautiful Purim, a magnificent Purim. Hope everyone is well and has gas left in the tank for Shabbos. Because coming off of Purim, it's time to get ready for Shabbos. Turn Friday to Erev Shabbos is generously sponsored by our dear friends, Mendy and Tzipora Fishman, a schus for Chai Rivka Bas Tzipora Fredo, and a memory of Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs, Rav Yaakov Tzvi Ben David Aryeh. Thank you so much. Here comes that siren. And even though we changed the clock, and Friday is now longer and looks like it will remain longer for the foreseeable future. That's the will of the Senate. We'll see if the House joins them in making every Friday a long Friday. We'll find out, which would be very difficult in the morning. But for now, we're grateful to have a long Friday as we are recovering and walking off Purim and getting ready and building up for the Heilige, the Holy Shabbos. Coming off of one day doesn't take away or detract from the next day. In fact, that is our obligation. That's our responsibility. We turn Friday into Erev Shabbos by getting ready, by preparing. The Gemara in Shabbos tells us that if Safra Machrech Reisha, if Safra would take the head off the animal preparing for Shabbos, Rava Malach Shibuta, he would salt the fish. Rav Huna Madlik Shraga, Rav Huna would light the lamps, or Papa Gadol Psilta. These are the greatest rabbis. They didn't delegate to someone else. They didn't expect or pay someone else. It didn't matter how much they had enjoyed Purim. It didn't matter how tired, exhausted they were. It didn't matter how hard they worked. They themselves invested themselves. Because only when we put in do we get out. Only what we put in, we get out. The Chai Adam writes, Mitzvah akol Adam, sheyachanu ba'atzma gamken shum davar l'tzarchei Shabbos lechabdo. You see from the great Tanaim and Amoraim, they did it themselves, the mitzvah on every one of us. No matter how great you are, no matter how seasoned you are, no matter how arrived you are, for every one of us to do something. Set the table, set up the candles, turn off the light in the fridge, do something to make this day different than others, to prepare, to be invested, to be able to create Shabbos. In fact, the Rambam writes, and I think this is relevant for us, Davka specifically today, as again we are transitioning between one great day, today is the great day of Shushan Purim, and of course welcoming the Holy Shabbos. The Rambam writes in Hilchos Shabbos in the 30th chapter. He writes, Mesader Adam Shulchano Be'erev Shabbos, person should organize and set your table. Even if all you're going to sit and consume, there is a kazayas, an olive worth. You're going to barely have anything. You're going to scratch the surface. Nevertheless, prepare your table. Let the home radiate Shabbos. Let it permeate Shabbos. Let it be the light of Shabbos. You're invited out both meals. You're not even going to eat at home at all. Still, put on a white tablecloth. Still, set the candelabra. Still, the Shabbos, the home, should look like a Shabbos home. And he writes similarly, V'chein mesader shulchano b'motzei Shabbos, v'yafa pi she'eino tzarech elo lekazayis. Similarly, Motzei Shabbos, the fun continues. Shabbos continues. The light, the energy of Shabbos continues. We continue to set that table, even though all we'll have is a little bit modest malava malka. We continue to set the table and draw from Shabbos. Kidei lachabdo b'knisaso u'v'yitziaso. You have to honor Shabbos when it comes in and when it goes out. Both. You have an honored guest that arrives. You meet them at the front door. You're waiting at the curb. And then when you're done with the visit, you walk them out. So you're neither lazy and staying on the couch when they arrive, nor are you lazy and sitting on the couch when they leave. You welcome them when they arrive and you escort them out when they go. And the same is true with Shabbos. Shabbos, the Heilige Shabbos, the Holy Shabbos Queen. We're so excited. We have to demonstrate for ourselves, for our children, that excitement, that passion, that energy. B'knisaso v'yitziaso. V'tzarech l'saken beisim b'od yom nekvod Shabbos. Prepare our home during the day because of Kavod Shabbos. Yenar dalak v'shulchan aruch matam mutzas mita mutzas shekol ilu l'kvod Shabbos hein. The Rambam writes, candles are lit and the table is set and the bed is made. All this is a way of honoring Shabbos. We honor Shabbos. We wake up in the morning. Yashkim baboker, the Shulchan Aruch says. We wake up early Friday and we're ready to go. So today was a tough day. Not so easy. Back to back, Purim, Shushan, Purim, Shabbos. But that's why today and every day, if you're listening to this on Shushan Purim, or you're listening sometime in the future, but we need to give it our all, to be ready and fully invested to prepare. The Magen Avram writes, he quotes the Shloah Kadosh, who says, we see from this Gemara that before you buy things for Shabbos or when you're preparing for Shabbos, you say, L'kavod Shabbos Kodesh. You're busy setting the table, L'kavod Shabbos Kodesh. You're busy getting dressed or making a tie, L'kavod Shabbos Kodesh. You're busy putting in the chicken soup, L'kavod Shabbos Kodesh. You're putting up the hot water on, you're turning the light off in the fridge, L'kavod Shabbos Kodesh. We will be transformed, we'll be changed. The atmosphere, the aura will be different if with each of these acts of honoring Shabbos, we articulate, we express, we capture with words why we're doing it. L'kavod Shabbos Kodesh. This is not just a to-do list. It's not just a checklist on our fridge. Got to turn off the light, got to do this, got to do that, got to do the other thing. But each of these things, there's a notion, there's a presence that we're doing it. Lekavod Shabbos Kodesh. Lekavod Shabbos Kodesh. The Gemara in Avodah Zarah, Daf Gimel writes, Gemara says, Amar LeKadosh Baruch Hu, Shot Mishabar Olam. It was talking to the non-Jews of the world who run out. Mishatarach be'erev Shabbos yochel b'Shabbos. Only when you work hard on Erev Shabbos do you have what to eat on Shabbos. Misha lo tarach be'erev Shabbos mehechan yochel b'Shabbos. But if you didn't work hard, you didn't prepare, you didn't invest on Erev Shabbos, then what will you have on Shabbos? And we've quoted this many, many times in our Turn Friday into Erev Shabbos, that it's true not only begashmi, it's not only true in the physical world. You've got to shop, you got to sit at the table, you got to cook, you got to be ready, you got to be prepared. Because if you're not, you will have nothing to eat. But it's true spiritually, metaphysically. If you don't have a Dvar Torah, if you haven't prepared the Zmiros, if you don't come to the table with a story, if you don't have an insight or a provocative question, then what will the conversation be about? So Mishatarach be'erev Shabbos, Ein Kedusha b'li hachana, there is no holiness without preparation. There is no holiness without preparation. We have to prepare, we have to be invested, we have to get ready. And so, even though today is a difficult day, it's not difficult, thank God, it's blessed, it's a blessed day. But today is a recovery day. We're in recovery mode. Sometimes you do a workout, you push yourself, high intensity interval training, and then there's recovery. We're in recovery right now, and yet it's not a long recovery. It's a very short recovery. We're about to go back into a high intensity interval called Shabbos. So get ready, because the clock is ticking. And even though Friday's longer, now that we've changed the clock, it's not long enough for you to be able to be lazy. Get ready. Be ready. Put in that preparation, Lekavod Shabbos Kodesh. When it takes more effort, Lefum Tzara Agra. The harder something is to do, the greater reward in doing it. Lefum Tzara Agra. According to the effort is the reward. So when you have to dig deep, and when it takes more effort, and it's not easy, and you're not coming off a restful, easy week, but you've got to make another Suda. You just came from the Purim Suda. You just organized all the Mishloach Manos, and now you're getting ready to clean to make sure the table is set and pristine and has the white tablecloth from Shabbos. Then it takes an even more effort, but Lefum Tzara Agra, according to the effort, is the reward. May we all get a great reward. Put in that effort, Lekavod Shabbos Kodesh, and a Freilich and Purim should turn into a Freilich, and Shushan Purim should turn into a good Shabbos, a holy Shabbos, a happy Shabbos, a healthy Shabbos, and we'll continue, please God, next week. Ay, 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 we sang and danced all Purim. Keep the singing and dancing going. Shabbos Kodesh. Shabbos, ay, ay, Shabbos, Lekavod.